A coyote attack south of the river has homeowners worried. We told you last week the city of Sunset Valley warning residents to not bring their dogs out on the trail because of coyotes. Our Angie Bevan spoke with a man whose dog was killed by one.
Well, for the past few weeks, people living in Sunset Valley say they've noticed more and more coyotes, especially here along the trails in the area. The city put up signs like this to warn people, but for one man, it didn't matter. A coyote killed his chihuahua in his own yard. Roger Edmondson's home sits on 4 acres in Sunset Valley. He has donkeys in the backyard and a couple of dogs, too. A few days ago, he was out of town and his daughter was staying at the house. The dogs ran out in the front yard, but one of them, a chihuahua named Petitas, didn't come back. A coyote had grabbed it in its mouth, killing it.
No, I'm not surprised. You know, the population's been growing over the last few years. They've become more and more visible, even in daylight. My wife encountered one on the trails.
He says he supports Sunset Valley's efforts in protecting the environment and animals, but he's worried they're creating a preserve for the coyotes.
They put up signs that say, you know, stay off the trails. The coyotes may be having pups, and that may be why they're being defensive on the trails themselves. But they need to realize that we're not creating a preserve for predators.
Edmondson says he's worried the coyotes might be running out of food. Also, city officials tell us that biologists say it's pup rearing season for the coyotes and they view dogs as a threat. Reporting in South Austin, Angie Bevan, KXAN News.
Sunset Valley, not the only place with coyote problems. They've had their issues in Westlake Hills also. A rustic area with large lots and space between the homes. Westlake Hills is a perfect hunting ground for predators. Residents told City Council last year packs of coyotes roving about, some mauling or dragging off cats or dogs. Well, after those complaints, Travis County Animal Control began to trap the coyotes. Digging deeper for you, researchers at Texas Tech say coyotes have been connected to several illnesses and parasites. The one we hear most about is rabies that folks can contract. But in recent years, there have been many fewer cases of that. In 2012, only 2 coyotes statewide testing positive for rabies, whereas 331 bats and 273 skunks tested positive. Coyotes can also transmit canine distemper, parvovirus, mange, and even hookworm.